No man's knowledge can go beyond his experience. John Locke. My friends, that's why we tell you each and every day, 10 to 15 minutes, experiencing so that you gain the knowledge, learning by doing. That's the way to learn how to chart the markets, and you can do it. Some of the best traders I know have the least amount of formal education. Now, does formal education help? Sure, it can. It can also hinder. You've got to both use your technical skills that you develop and the artistry that comes with practicing it, and also the emotional control, as well as the enthusiasm to be in the market every day like I am and just loving it. I just love it. I could not go a day without being in it. And I miss it when I go on vacation, which is very rarely away from the markets. I am going to be traveling at the end of this month. I'm going to do as many shows as I can do. I'm going to be out in Europe, going to be out cruising the Dalmatian coast for about a week. And I should have Starlink, should be able to bring you the shows. I did it this when was it? October. So I'll be out there. I'll be doing what I can do and providing it to you. Might be a little late, but I'll be providing. Let's jump into these charts. We see everything is down for the day. A down Friday, but not a down week when it came to the S&P 500. Reached a higher high. Not a whole lot of volume to show you there. Not even on the 2-day. You saw volume picking up in the afternoon where things peaked up to a higher high in the afternoon, then dropped back down for the day 0.12%. So just a little over 0.1%. So again, down, but not much. Up overall for the week though, as far as the high goes. So we are still long the S&P. The NASDAQ 100, of course, nicer size candle. Popped up higher for the week, down just a fraction, 0.09%, so less than 0.1%. Volume, not really a lot there. Picking up some on the Thursday, Friday 2-day candle, and you can see where things did pop up to a higher high in the afternoon and then rolled back off. So again, just pretty much flat for the day. Up for the week, still long. Now, of course, this was the trade that we took. Excuse me. Still getting over this bit of chest congestion. But we saw back on the week beginning the 22nd of April where we had things again second week after the higher than average volume the week on the 15th, where we saw things bound down to the interim low. Next week continued some down movement, not reaching a lower low that week. I don't think. Let me look at that again. Okay, 413.94, 413.07. So yes, did reach a lower low that first week with that really high volume. Then we had the green spinning top, our telltale sign for a turnaround from a red to a green, from a down to an up movement, and that was our jumping in point with average volume. Didn't quite have average volume in the S&P, didn't make us feel as comfortable. We jumped in to the NASDAQ instead, and it has been very good to us as it has rocketed up. Worst place you could get in that week, okay, was the high, 436.48. And how high have we gone? 465.74. Is that pretty good in anybody's book? In anybody's book? Yes, absolutely it is. And again, if you follow the rules, plan your work your plan, do all those kind of little things, things tend to work. And of course, got a great training for you guys that is in the show notes today. If you're not a subscriber, please become one. You will get those show notes with the links to the daily training that we put out. This is a brand new one, and I think you will like it. It is about the art of simplified trading, and it explains what we do with three-wave trade training. And three-wave trading. It is training for that, and really want you to have it. If you're not a subscriber, go to chartingwealth.com, the website, sign up for the daily email. That list is never spam, never shared. We would like to send it to you. So That is where we are on the two stock indexes. Let's look at where we are with 20-year bonds. They were down 1.83%. Big downer for the day. Almost got up to average volume for the week. Could this be an interim up here with a down movement coming? You can see how much things moved down on Friday. And of course, we had average volume on that half-day chart in the morning. We can see the last 3 two-day candles, 6 days worth, 6 days worth, didn't quite make it on day 7 and 8, going back to the 29th and the 30th of May. But since then, we have had average volume on the 2-day, almost average volume here. If things do rotate over next week, we might be going short. We might be going to TBF. What is TBF? Tango, Bravo, Foxtrot. That is the ProShares single short of 20-year U.S. government bonds. And again, if those turn over and we see things go into the green, we may very well go short in the short fund and see what we can do about making some cash in our practice trading accounts. We shall wait and see. May not do anything, may rock it up, but if it does, we'll be prepared. Remember, this is the weekly review and forecast, so we're looking as to what might be opportunities over the next week. Let's go to gold. Gold way down. Our biggest downer for the day, 3.57%. We've been comparing gold with what? GDX. The gold miners, and of course, gold miners also down for the day, heavy down there. And again, a big down candle for the week. And of course, what are gold miners showing us? Well, they show us that we had our interim high with what? Average volume. And then we had things roll over with higher than average volume and a red spinning top. Where do we think gold miners are going to go? Down. What do we think about gold? Well, we don't have the interim high right here with average volume. It was getting close, but we did hit average volume on this down move. Again, I like shorting GDX better than gold. So again, if you've taken our training, if you're a Patreon member, have gotten that, Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way might be something to look at shorting. With puts, we'll just wait, watch, and see. But again, something you might want to consider, again, always in your practice trades. We're not a stock calling service, a gold calling service, a Bitcoin calling service. We're an education firm. Want you to practice trade with us. We do not give market advice. I will not take that liability on from you. Now, let's look at where we are with HODL. What's HODL? That is the Van Eck Bitcoin ETF. And Bitcoin was down for the day 1.91%. You can see where it popped up a little in the morning, rolled over hard in the afternoon, reaching down almost and touching that weekly trend line. You can see we've got a green spinning top, but look, we've had increasing volume on that 2-day chart over the last few days, not up to average volume, maybe not even halfway there on the weekly. We just started getting our average volume, if you guys will recall, waiting for that for 20 weeks. Finally started 2 weeks ago. It's good to have it. But again, we see Bitcoin continuing. Now, we went ahead and put a ceiling in here as to where Bitcoin had hit its previous high, wondering if things might keep moving up, hit that, and roll over. So we will be looking in the future, even though Bitcoin was down in the afternoon, of course, we still see green candles, and the previous high, interim high on the week beginning the 20th of May was $80.68. This week, $81.28. So we are still hitting higher interim highs. Means, again, Bitcoin moving in the right direction, even though this day is down. Thanks so much for being with us, my friends. Always love to have you. Love to hear from you. CW@chartingwealth.com is our email address. Always like to hear from you. My friends, don't hesitate to reach out to us. If you appreciate what we do here, become a Patreon supporter. It starts for as little as $30 a month. And for each of those $1 a day that you pitch into us, we give you all sorts of great things. First thing you'll get is the 3-part series, Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way. Next, you will get each and every week our 20 up to 20 weekly vertical crossovers. Those are off the S&P 500. Those are stocks that are going from red to green, green to red on the weekly candle, as well as our three-wave trading training. In addition to that, of course, you also get, charting cryptos, commodities, and currencies early, and our liquid stocks with liquid options and liquid ETFs with liquid options. We bring you those three-wave trades each and every week. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.